can you confirm that there will be a Race for the Rail 2023 at least?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay, that's what
I mean,
At least.
Race for the Rail is like, I mean, y'all have probably seen where we came from with Race for
Yes.
the Rail. And to be where it is now is like unreal, especially with the level of riding that these, I guess I'll call them athletes because they are, right?
Yeah.
They're competing for sport. And there's a lot of technical skill involved. And, you know, you go down Race for the Rail course, if you hear the helmet cam, people are like, heart rate's up. Like
Yeah.
one of my goals is put heart rate monitor on everybody next year, and we have it on the like screen like a Whoop or something.
That's cool.
But Race for the Rail is definitely happening. I kind of like as the years go on, like I focus more on the content side and the live stream aspect of Race for the Rail, and then also I do a lot of the planning out the actual course, and then like seeing where cameras are going to go, and I mean, you do everything, like help build stuff last year a little bit, but yeah, I think this year is going to be interesting just because it's like now people have had some time to ride, you know, the GT. A lot of people were racing last year. Like that's one thing I kind of tangenting on this, but like people were riding their own boards, trying to go to Race for the Rail, knowing that you ride a fairly stock GT.
Yep.
But I think like these things, like anything, whether I get a new mountain bike or a new skateboard, like it takes me some time to get used to if I have different stuff on it, and especially when a new one comes out. So I just think like that level of riding is just exponentially growing, and so it's up to us, and we're trying to work a lot closer with the athletes to develop a course that is not just fast and exciting, but also shows off the well-rounded one-wheel rider. And I think we did a pretty good job of that last year. We had a lot of the athletes kind of give some feedback on features, like the kicker ramps and all that stuff was like Austin and a couple other people. But yeah, I assume it'll be around the same time as last year, like the late summer-esque time. And,
yeah, that makes sense to get through all the other races that will happen. You guys posted recently, if you're interested in hosting an event for Race for the Rail, fill out this thing. And so obviously you guys are collecting data or areas to decide if they're part of Race for the Rails 2023 style. We're stoked. We've watched from day one. And so we've seen the progression. Yeah. We've seen, you know, from how you covered it the first time to how it was covered last year. I think, I mean, talk about you can just measure growth. You guys are killing the experience for the fans at home. It is a lot of fun. I think you know, you don't have enough gear to cover every aspect, but boy, if there's a way to follow, like, you know, I remember watching Rachel Payne. She falls out, right? Falls out of the last race, but she comes back, but you didn't get to see that comeback.
She did that, yeah.
Like, she didn't come back and win, but she's in there contending, right? It's like, whoa. Like, I thought she was out.
I mean, that's the balance. That's the balance of, like, you know, we're a small team here as far as, like, the marketing team that puts on the race. Like, it is literally 10 people that produce the event with help. Like, we have to get help, but, like, a core of maybe 10 people with a few here and there. Then you have the live stream team, which is their own production company. And they've done it since 2018. So they understand kind of the flow of how they're trying to dial in the best way to make one wheel racing work, while we're like in their ears, like, you should put a camera there, or, you know, maybe we have drones in this section. We're always thinking of ways, like, we've constantly talked about how about a live feed GoPro helmet cam, but then at the same time, that's kind of heavy and annoying for the rider. They have to wear a battery pack with a transmitter. And so we definitely think of all these wild ideas on how we can best showcase this for the viewers at home, but also we have to put on a show for the people that show up in person.
Yeah.
So, Race for the Rail used to be kind of like an experience. Like you could go, like when we did North Star Lake Tahoe one year. It was like a whole, it was a whole thing. You could go there with your family for a couple $100. You do all these events, and they were like multi-day things. And we realized like we just can't do that. It's like the bandwidth takes
Right.
too much. We need to focus on the race, right? This is what we're here for. So
yeah.
yeah,
And I think you got to get
year.
You got to get laser. Not I'm using your name. We got to get laser focused, right? Or if you're just taking a broad shot at it, nothing will be good because everybody's spread too thin. But if you get focused on one thing, it gets better, and you can see that. This past year, it was focused on the race. It was cool to see the kickers, and it was cool to see the ramp going over the truck. It was really done really well.
Yeah, it was very fun to watch.
Our family, I mean, we sat around the couch, and we were screaming our heads off like we were watching the Super Bowl because we had our pick. Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure. Subscribe to the YouTube channel right here for your latest Onewheel content. We try to get some of the most creative people and influencers in on this podcast for the community so you get to know them and hang out with them. We love doing this. If you subscribe, you get reviews throughout the week, made videos that are doing like more than just showing you a product. We go put them to use, test them out, see what they're like. So stay tuned for that. If you want to go watch some videos that are just straight entertainment from our races and stuff, we drop those on Sundays, so you'll love those.